Alright guys, let's check out the new website for Stardom and do some comparisons. I'm just going to be going over it. I really haven't spent too much time on the new website, so while I do know enough to kind of get my way around, a lot of it is going to be just as new to me as it is to you. Let's see how it compares. So first of all, the first thing I noticed with the new website is that it is no longer catered towards the English speaking people like the last one was. As you can notice, it instantly went to translation, so this is what it actually looks like. Now, while the shows themselves seem to be in English, which is pretty good, a lot of the other aspects of it are in Japanese. Now, this isn't too much of a problem because there are two options that you can do. If you're using Chrome, at least, it comes with the Google Translate page. You can just translate the whole page, and then it changes everything to mostly pretty good. You do notice some spacing issues like this every now and then, but like I said, not really that much of a problem compared to it just being in Japanese. Now let's get rid of this and try the option that's part of the website. This one, pretty much the same. It does seem to be a little bit different though. Let me get a shot of this and then a shot of the other one, and then we can put them side by side to compare them. Now, I don't like this one because it reminds me of the Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling one, where if you click it, it has this like bar on there and then it like never goes away. It does seem to be less intrusive than the other one though, so that's pretty good. I prefer the Google Translate one just because it doesn't take up more space. Now, how are the features? Is it much easier to find matches or other things? Well, from my experience so far, finding matches is way better. The search function that they had promised does work. I actually got on the website as soon as it got updated, and the search function wasn't working at the time, but currently of recording this video it is. So as you can see, I've tried searching a couple of different things. These were from when I first was trying the search function. Tried Izumi, it wouldn't work. Momo, it wouldn't work. Then I tried Watanabe Momo in kanji, that wouldn't work either. These two were from today where I was just testing it to make sure. It works pretty well. Not a lot of matches are on the site so far, but if you just search Momo, boom, every match that they have that has Momo tagged in it. And it's pretty good. The only downside I have noticed is that with the names of these, you can't really tell which show each of these are from. I guess you could choose by date. See? Didn't work. Let's try 2018. Nope. So it looks like the category section doesn't work so far. Back to what I was saying before. These are all way too small for me to really tell which show each one is from. I would have to have it like this just to see which show it's from. February 3rd, February 2nd, January 27th. And then even then it doesn't say what year. So that is something to consider. Let's go back to the main page. Let's look at just looking for shows. Let's go to 2019. So far, I don't really know whether I like this new setup or not compared to the other one. In my opinion, the other one was very, very simple. It didn't look as flashy and nice as this one, but it was very simple and easy to go to each show. This one looks like it's just as nice. It just is going to take some getting used to. So you're just going through, you see which ones. I'm not sure why all of these are tagged as sightseeing. I don't know if that's just a temporary thing, or if sightseeing is the tag that they're using for matches. Not really sure. So let's just choose, for example, right here, the show that Andres Miyagi debuted in. You go here, it shows you the name, where it is, a nice little cover photo. What is this? Doesn't look like there's any way to... Okay, so this doesn't look like it's important at all. Monthly noticeable? So here are all the matches. Let's see if there's a way to just kind of autoplay these, because when I was watching one of the shows earlier, I would click on the first one and it would go and it would play, but then it wouldn't just go automatically to the next match. I don't know if that is a feature or if it's a planned feature or if it's never going to be a feature. Not really that much of a problem, but so far that is something to consider. Now let's check out the video service. So far it looks like it's already better than the other one. You have a selection of quality control. This is nice for people who don't have as steady internet or as good of internet. And while it is still only 720 and the old videos are still 720, I'm not sure if that is going to change at all or if the compression is going to lessen. The matches that I watched today, which was the day show, it doesn't really seem that much different. I'm willing to give them a couple shows because I'm assuming that these shows that they uploaded recently were all designed to fit the old website. So far I don't really see too much of a difference in terms of quality. Sound works perfectly fine. Next item on the playlist, unfortunately, it's not really a thing. Let's go to the end here. Play, let's see what happens when it goes all the way to the end. So what happens when the match ends, or the whole video ends, it just goes all the way to the beginning and it's on start. Then you could just go to the next video and they have previous and next. That I really do like. I think that's really great. I just think an auto feature when you start from an entire show's page, I think that would be pretty good, because you could just click one and have it run through the whole show without ever having to touch your computer again. So far the entire new website is pretty great, I will say. They did do a new section called My Hobby, which is going to be apparently videos where you kind of get to see what some of the wrestlers do outside of the ring. I watched the first episode with Mayu and it is phenomenal. I do notice though that the translation seems to be more either rushed or a direct translation instead of an interpretive translation, because a lot of these subtitles seemed pretty off or not really how humans speak type of thing. A lot of their side stuff on the old website kind of got pushed to the side. It didn't really happen too often. I think the last time they tried to start something was called Tam's Life, which, by the way, Stardom, if you are watching this, please bring back Tam's Life. Tam is so awesome. I would love to see more of that. Anyway, so you go to My Hobby, and the first episode you have both English and Japanese. And I do like this where it shows that you have watched it. I don't know why it says listened. It is a video, it's not audio, so I'm not really sure. But it does show you that you have watched it, and they did upload English translation. The first episode is with Mayu and Saki, by the way. Please go watch it. Kind of support this type of thing so they keep doing it. I think it's pretty great. And Mayu is adorable like always. Let's try looking at some of the other stuff. Oh, I guess I should bring this up. What do they have uploaded so far in terms of matches? The only thing they have uploaded so far at the time of this recording is the first ever match of Stardom. or show, first ever show of Stardom. Oh, is that Haruka? So I never even looked at this. That is Haruka. That's awesome. I did hear some rumors that the only person not tagged in there, yep, the only person not tagged is Yoshiko, which I don't blame him. Now, 2018, they started at, it looks like the 7th, the show on the 7th, and everything since then is now uploaded to the website. I think that's a pretty good, for the beginning. They said that as time would go on, that they would upload the older stuff. I can see why that could be a little hesitant for some people to wanna join in when there's really not that much content right now, but I think it's pretty worth it so far. And 2019 is every show they've had in 2019 so far, which is a bonkers level of shows. Honestly, their work rate here is insane. Look at this. I don't know if I like that. Another suggestion, maybe giving us the ability to have more than just these viewed on like one page. You know how some websites have like a show 20, show 40, show 60 type thing? I think that would be pretty good because it could get kind of cumbersome trying to go back. This is only, what, 2 months? And they're already on the second page. Imagine what's going to happen when they're in May or November. There's going to be like 7 pages, 10 pages. It can get, it's probably going to get pretty bad. So that's another thing. Let's check out some of these new ones. I really haven't checked out any of these yet. New arrival order. Okay, so this seems to be this website's version of the new section of the old website. I don't have it in front of me, so I don't really know what it looks like. Never mind. I forgot that I never screenshotted any of it. I only caught video, so we'll just skip that for now. By play count, let's see what right now the most viewed video on their thing is the latest match, or the latest main event, which is pretty great. It looks like it's just what's come out as, you know, now, which makes a lot of sense because people had already watched the other ones on the old site. So all looks like just everything in order. That is interesting. Favorites. So is this okay? So number of favored by people. Sort by price. Not really sure what this means. So I'm just going to skip that. I don't know what price is. I mean, it's a one-time payment each month, as far as I know. Videos list to be released. Don't know if this is ever going to be used or what it's going to be used for. Maybe for the side content to kind of do like, oh, my hobby number 2 is coming out in, you know, on this day. That could be pretty interesting. Then my content, which is just my stuff. And then notice, I believe, is probably just going to be notices. Just telling you what's going on right now, right here. We will be replenishing our back catalog as time goes on. See, there you go. The only problem I did notice is that there is no translation option here. And I think that has to do with the fact that this is in English and the rest is in Japanese, so it's not counting it as in Japanese. You can do it up here though. This still works. Just the Google Translate version. Details search, we already went over that. Okay, so everything looks good here. Let's open up this on different web browsers to see if it is any different. Alright, so this one, there is no Google Translate one for this one. It is unfortunate, as far as I know, there is no Google Translate, yeah. So you are going to have to rely on this, which, like I said, I don't like because the bar is always there. So no matter where you go, the bar is always there. And see how much of it's taking up right here, but then you get rid of this and it's that much more room. It's a little nitpick, but I don't like it, so I'm most likely never going to be watching this in Firefox. Everything else seems pretty normal. That is interesting. I don't remember if that happened or not. Okay, so yeah, this is true. So unfortunately, every time you open up Google Chrome, at least, you will have to sign in every single time. It's been happening to me. I just didn't know why it didn't happen the first time when I did it. It was because I already had the browser open and I was the same browser that I had used the last time I had signed in. So every time you open up this again, it's going to be a new sign in. Let's see if that is the same for Firefox. I'm going to sign in. I'll come back when I sign in. All right. So I'm signed in. Everything looks good. Let's cancel out of that. Reopen Firefox. And yep. So either way, you do have to sign in again every single time. So let me sign in again and let's check out the video player on Firefox. Alright, so let's check out if the video player is any different in Firefox. Now I know what you're thinking, why would it be different? Well, if you had watched my Is Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling video good, there's a part of it where I compare how the video player acts in Google Chrome and how it acts in Firefox, and it's completely different. So let's see if it's any different here. Let's not go to the latest show. Let's just go to one of the older shows. And let's start up a match that doesn't matter. Okay, everything seems to be good. Alright. Let me get this. Oh, jeez. Alright, yeah, so it looks good. Perfect. I now know that I am always going to use Chrome for this.